now a safe environment now that thankfully Geoffrey is behind bars. I don't have to worry about retribution from him, so now I can speak. So, let me start from the beginning. On my very first account, when I was just a baby account, when we found out who the cast was going to be, I used to go into the new cast members' DMs and just kind of welcome them to the community. And Geoffrey was one of the people that I introduced myself to. And we got along really well. He was super nice and, friendly and receptive. And we just got along. And as the season slowly started, Geoffrey begins telling me about his arrest with what he referred to as his ex-girlfriend, who, according to him, was trying to get custody revoked so that her current husband could adopt him, and Geoffrey was trying to block that. So what he gave me were a bunch of court documents. He basically gave me this whole story of, I've been accused of abuse from all these women, but look, you see these court documents, they're black and white. It shows right there that none of those allegations stuck. And as shitty as it is, those court documents said that none of them stuck. And he encouraged and asked me if I would help him get his side of the story out. I've got a huge savior complex, so in my head I'm like, well, yeah, if there's a chance that, this is really bullshit, if you're asking for help, of course I'm going to help. Me being me, thinking that it was innocent enough, and, it's legal papers. I had hundreds of documents that he had given to me, and I had to go through and redacted kids' names, kids' birthdays, judges' names. I had to redact all that personal information out. And then he had me specifically pick out the portions of different cases that show the judge dismissing the abuse claims, and asked me to post those. I made it very clear that I was completely neutral, that I didn't know the truth. I couldn't know the truth. All I can do is look at the facts in front of me and share those facts. And that's exactly what I did. As far as his case with Kristen, I had not seen the pictures. I had not seen the police report. All I had was his word of what happened, which is exactly what he told the defense. I mean, I kind of feel like he was practicing on me to see how that little defense plan would work. I mean, does it happen? Sometimes do women, hurt themselves and claim it was their husband's, or, vice versa? Absolutely, it happens. Did I know if it happened? No. I had absolutely no idea. I didn't see the pictures. Had I seen them, my God, it would have been over right then and there. I didn't even realize that I was getting used as a mouthpiece. It's a cast member. I'm new to this. We get along. I can have an intellectual conversation with him. We were I would consider friends. My brain goes, well, if a judge dismisses it, I can't really say he did it because a judge isn't saying he did it. So if he's not been convicted of something, it's an allegation. He's telling me the allegation isn't true. I, at this point, know about a tiny bit of his arrest record. I think I remember something about stealing from Home Depot or something really just petty like that. When I was posting that stuff, I remember getting a little bit of pushback from it. And there were people thinking that I was defending Geoffrey. And that's apparently still some people's perception. And I made it very clear back then that I was completely neutral. So I put that stuff out there, and it wasn't doing anything. And I was like, they're not getting views. People don't really care about it. I'm just going to archive it. And Starcasm had posted parts of the same exact documents that I had. Her take on it was different than mine because she didn't have Geoffrey chirping in her ear. So her article really caught on, and it shaped the perception that other people had of him. And at that point, I said, look, your narrative's been written for you. I tried to help you to share your side of the story, and that's what I did. So then Geoffrey starts to change a bit. And he became really obsessed with how people viewed him. And I remember just telling him, like, dude, you gotta calm down. Like, the season's not over. This always happens. Like, just ride it out. Chill out. Relax. And I'm just telling him, like, dude, I can't do anything for you. You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't have the capacity to help you the way that you need to be helped right now. And at that point, he started to have friendships with larger bloggers and other pages that could be a bigger mouthpiece for him because I wasn't working. So the first really screwed up thing that I noticed he did behind the scenes is, I don't know if you guys remember, Starcasm's first page that she had. I don't know how long she had been working on that page, but he got her shut down on purpose. And he gloated about that. That was a proud moment for him. I remember getting that message, and he was like, I got him shut down. He didn't like that she shared the documents that he gave me, but didn't put the same twist on it that I did. So because if you don't kiss his ass, and if you're not writing glowing reviews about him, he's going to come after you. And you just got her shut down because you didn't like the way that she interpreted your court documents. After that, I backed off because it was like, nah, there's something not going right. His personality started to change. Right when he got told that he and Varya were not going to be able to film the tell-all, that's when he started drinking heavily. I still considered us to be friends, so I was like, Jeff, look, you're drinking a little bit too much. Like, you need to chill out. You got to calm down. Okay, if this is what you want to do, then you can go ahead and do that. And even though he was never nasty to me, I don't think I was of use to him anymore. Once I started to see how much he was drinking and the fool he was making of himself, because I've tried to be a friend and be like, hey, listen, do you need to talk about something? You're acting a little weird, I tried. At that point, I didn't really have a relationship with Geoffrey anymore. I had more of a relationship with Varya. She and I would chit-chat every once in a while, and she was always super sweet and nice. I learned that Varya had been cheated on, and she and I had been speaking at that point, and I told her, and she had absolutely no idea. She was like, what? And I was like, oh shit, I thought you knew. I felt so bad. And I was like, please don't say anything, because I didn't want to hear it. I didn't want the drama from Geoffrey. At that point, he started to get kind of scary with his obsession of like getting people shut down. So at that point, I was like, I don't want to get on this guy's bad side. So she promises me that she won't tell him. Goes right around and tells him behind my back. He messages me and yells at me and was like, great, basically blaming me for the whole situation, taking no accountability in the fact that he was cheating on 2 women, but then flipped it around to make it my fault, which is exactly what a narcissist does, because he is the epitome of one. That was basically the catalyst of me just despising him, is the fact that he made me feel bad about telling somebody the truth. And then up until the trial, I've never posted about him. I never posted memes. I never posted stories. I never commented on posts about him. I didn't hashtag him. And the reason for that is because I was terrified of him. And I know some people aren't going to believe me and they're going to do the eye roll. Jeffrey knew, and still knows my identity, because he needed to email me a document. And at that time, I hadn't made a separate email. All I had was my personal email. I thought I could trust this guy. So he had my email, which has my full name in it. He knew who I was. I saw what he did and what he was capable of doing. Getting people shut down, saying this person, that person's a stalker, doing YouTubes and lives and just bashing these women and bad-mouthing them. And I knew that he was looking at my stuff, because I'm not gonna say who, but there was another person that would relate to me, scared of him. And I'll be the first one to tell you, I'm not as scared of a whole lot in life anymore. Jeffrey scares me. He doesn't, because he's Bubba's problem now. He's not my problem, because I was afraid of him.